I am one with my I Am presence. My Holy Christ Self. My personalities. My body elemental. And my new spirit. Every part of my being is in balance, harmony, and alignment. I pull in my aura, and I am fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now open and ready to receive the message for today from our beloved Lord Metatron. And for today, I am going to ask him a question that has been suggested by a viewer. And because the question is quite detailed, I am going to read it in several parts and allow Metatron to answer each part separately. And I'm going to read it exactly as it was written to me. How would he recommend becoming one with the object, outcome, or experience we desire? Hello, beloveds. It is my joy to answer any questions that you bring before me that are of a general nature. And this question is quite relevant to many of the discussions I have had with you through these videos. How do you become one with any experience or object that you desire? In highest truth, you are already one with everything. And so it is not actually a question of how do you become one with something, but rather how you become aware that you are one with something. This awareness will come most quickly and easily through your love, through the love in your heart that you have for the object or experience that you desire. As you love it, you automatically bring it closer into your own energy field, where it is where you most easily become aware of it. It exists, in fact, already beyond your energy field, beyond the limitations of your consciousness. So you are not bringing it into existence. You are simply bringing it into the sphere of your own consciousness and your own energy field. And once again, this is best and most easily accomplished through love. The more you love the object or experience, the more time you spend loving it, the more quickly it will come into manifestation. Please do not be confused from my past videos where I have spoken to you about the illusions of time and space. For they are indeed illusions. But as long as you are functioning in a 3D consciousness. You are still experiencing time and space. And so, these suggestions that I give you are so that you can achieve what you desire within the limits of that time and space impose upon you. The next question is, how do we manifest our individual desires whilst still maintaining unity consciousness? The problem posed by this question comes from the feeling that unity consciousness and your individualized desires are somehow separate. You must begin to understand that in true unity consciousness, everything is one, including you, and including your individual desires. In this way, what you desire is part of the wholeness. It is even a necessary part of the wholeness. For if you were not present there with your desires, then there would be no need for you in the whole. It is because every single human being on this planet is required for the totality of this planet. It is because of that that your desires are in truth part of the whole. For those of you who are on a conscious spiritual path and evolving towards a more full sense of unity consciousness, it is best for you to be, as much as you possibly can, in unity consciousness. That is in the feeling of oneness with all that is. And when you are in that feeling of oneness, do not isolate yourself or your desires by the thought that they are separate from the whole. As you can see, this involves just the subtlest of shifts in consciousness in order for you to maintain the awareness of unity. The viewer then goes on to say, for instead of seeing ourselves as individuals, we need to see ourselves as the whole. But as soon as we have a personal desire, it seems that we return back to thinking individually again. So you can see how my answer applies to this explanation that the viewer has given of the question. So it is all about maintaining unity consciousness throughout all of your individualized thoughts and experiences, looking upon them as part of the whole, and not looking at them as being separate from the whole. Dear viewer, I hope that this answers your question. I am grateful for your question and would be happy to entertain more questions of this nature. So now I will continue with today's sharings. As you can see, Christmas has been stumbling over her words and thoughts today. Much less during this transmission than she has throughout her day. This is simply part of her own process. And by doing these videos, she has agreed implicitly to allow her own errors, shall we call them, to be shown and talked about as much as the advances and the understandings that she shares with you. This is because I only speak about things that she has accomplished within her own being. Whether or not she is able to maintain them on a permanent basis, which will only be achieved when she has completed her ascension process. Along the way, there are often setbacks or sliding back into old behaviors or to expressing less than the perfect clarity that she often is able to do. So I ask for your patience and understanding for her seeming errors, knowing that they are simply a part of her process, and knowing that you also have these same types of experiences. And I ask that you also be understanding and accepting of your own experiences and not to judge them in any way whatsoever. I am very grateful to Christmas that she allows me to use her in this way. And I fill her inner being with joy and acceptance to allow her and inspire her to continue to do these videos on a regular basis. For you see, in the past, when she was not feeling at her best, she chose to not do the videos at all. However, this is not my wish. It is my wish that she do the videos even on the days when she is not feeling at her best, so that I can use these experiences as a basis for the sharing that I give to you. For all of you are going through these same experiences as she is. The details of your experience may be different, but the difficulties are the same. You are all transitioning from a purely three-dimensional consciousness to a multi-dimensional consciousness. You are learning how to hold within your mind the awareness of these different dimensions simultaneously. As you step back and become an observer of all that you are, you become more aware and detached from your physical sensations and experiences, from your emotional field and experiences, from your mental field and your thoughts. And you have to deal with all of these simultaneously. This is why I have asked you to be judgment-free. If you can simply be aware of what you are thinking and feeling in all of these different dimensions, without judging them, with holding yourself in a place of love and acceptance, you will go through these experiences much more quickly and be able to stabilize your consciousness in that part of you that is the observer. The observer is a fundamental aspect of your I am presence. And so as you spend more time and energy as the observer, you are automatically aligning your consciousness with your I am presence and allowing its awareness to come through you. This will provoke greater peace, greater joy, and greater love in all the dimensions in which you exist. So I heartily encourage you to do so. To be ever more aware of who you are in all of these different dimensions. And to know that all of these experiences are absolutely perfect and necessary to allow you to work through and fulfill the karma that remains from your physical world, and which will allow you to transition and be more present in the spiritual world. I would particularly like to thank all of those of you who are now doing the alignment that Christmas uses to start these videos on a daily basis. For you are calling me into your hearts and into your beings every time you do that alignment. And you are allowing me to work on you, to fill you with my love and fill you with my light on a daily basis. This is having effects that you may not yet be seeing, but which are inevitable. You will eventually see the benefits of receiving my perfect love and light into your being. Thank you, beloveds. I bless you. I love you. And I look forward to being present with you as you watch and listen to any of these videos that Christmas has done, and will do in the future. I am Metatron.